everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's time to do our monthly drama recap. So there's a lot. Surprisingly, did not watch any animes this month. Did not read any books. I wanted to read People Who Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. 5 Korean dramas, 5 Chinese dramas, 1 Japanese drama, 1 Thai drama, and 4 others. Watched 16 dramas in total and 330 drama episodes. Whoa. Let's start with the dropped dramas. First is the Turkish drama Kızıl Goncalar. This is my third Turkish drama so far, so I'm already very overwhelmed with the 2-hour per episode format. I watched this because of the YouTube couple edits that the younger couple in this drama has. And like I said, this is my third Turkish drama, so I finished 2 Turkish dramas, which I was very proud of. And it wasn't just short episode counts. They're to like episode 50. So by this time I was pretty tired. It's very overwhelming because it's a lot of messy drama. So I gave up. I learned a lot about Turkish culture because of this drama. And I like the story, but damn, it was so long. Next is the Chinese drama Love Beyond the Grave. I was so looking forward to the drama after falling in love with Raba again in her recent dramas like Love in the Turquoise Land. I don't think the world is explained that well. It makes me think that the people that adapted the original IP did not understand the world either. I also think there's a continuity problem, especially for the male lead character. Don't think I got his character. A character can have different sides to them, but they still have to feel like one same character, but I don't feel that. I feel like I'm just seeing different characters in different settings, which makes me confused. And there is chemistry, but the way that the romance is built and executed does not help with the little chemistry that they have. Sorry. Next drama I dropped is Princess Agents. This is almost 10 years ago. I think this drama really solidified Zhao Liying as the top actress of her generation. This drama felt so nostalgic. I think I have watched it twice back to back, and I remember being so obsessed with the lead couple. I never liked the second male lead. I'm so proud of myself for that. The reason I dropped, it's so long. It's 67 episodes, for crying out loud, and I don't have time for that anymore, which is a lie because I found time to watch Turkish dramas. But Rebirth, which is the sequel of this drama, recapped a lot of the important scenes and moments of season 1 or the prequel, so I didn't see the point of rewatching Princess Agents. The Epoch of Me You. I was expecting a really good, mature self-growth with a little bit of mid-range romance on the side type of drama, but the individual conflicts that the characters experience while working in a hotel was very boring. And the storytelling is very choppy. And the female lead's plot armor was so like in my face that I can't really not relate but feel for her while she's going through whatever hardships she's going through in the drama. And the romance was barely there, and when it came time to explore it, I was not attached to the characters, so I could really care less. Fate Chooses You. I was really looking forward to it because it is written by the same writer that wrote Love and Destiny, A Moment But Forever, the Demon Hunter's romance. Especially Love and Destiny and A Moment But Forever has really interesting conversations about morality, power, love, and all that stuff. And I really loved paying attention to the characters and their dilemmas and the dialogues that is being said. The writing was very good. But this one I struggled with it because number one, the male lead is so in your face perfect. Like, the only flaw he has is that he is a war demon, and the writer's male lead being perfect is not uncommon in this writer's work, but it's not like rub it in your face perfect. And like I said, this male lead's only flaw is that he is born a war demon. He literally assisted an emperor to his throne. He's a gifted painter. He founded a sect that practices medicine for producing an immortality pill or something. And he is one of the top fighters. Like, he's one of the most powerful people that exists. It's too much. And I am not familiar with a female lead. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere, but she is not one of the actresses that I'm familiar with. I like her character better than the male lead's character. She's righteous, but she's very hard-headed and stubborn and tends to do things on impulse. So I like that natural, organic flaw. And then a bunch of other characters show up later, and I'm like, oh, too much. And it felt like they were going to appear often in the shows, and they weren't memorable at all. Sorry. The only thing I liked are the veteran actors. They're giving a good performance. You feel the gap of the experience level and talent and skill level between the younger and the veteran actors, which felt very frustrating. And like I said, this drama is written by one of my favorite C-drama writers, but the moral arguments were, again, just too in your face, even when the situations are not that serious. But I feel like that's on the director's side in him executing those scenes. Sold out on you. Whew. Well, I think I really tried my best to like the drama. I gave up at episode 4. It's not bad, but there's nothing for me to attach myself to either. The male lead is fine, but we aren't given that much background either yet. I have said in my Instagram post that my problem is with the female lead having too much monologues, not monologues, but she just says her inner thoughts out loud too much for me, which felt very old school, very dated. I was looking forward to watching the second male lead, my first crush ever, Kim Bum, while everybody was crazy about Lee Min Ho and Boys Over Flowers, or the second male lead. I was into third male lead and his love story. I watched till episode 4 so far, and I wasn't really attached to anything. Moving on to my completed dramas of this month. Wounded Love, Vitamin Sensin. This is my first Turkish drama. When I realized that it was 2 hours per episode, but I was so intrigued. I was so curious about the younger couple, Hilal and Leon, in those YouTube edits. I was so curious. I just had to watch it. This is very well written. Not in terms of like spy moves, because it's mostly just people snitching on other people, just coincidentally finding out some information, some character just saying stuff when they're not supposed to, just overhearing conversations. So that part wasn't that impressive, but the whole saga of the main character, I really enjoyed season 1, but in season 2 I was really struggling to go through the episodes, and I might have skipped a quite bit. And the main couple, these two are married in real life, and I love them so much. I kind of got frustrated on how long it took them to find out what his real intention and his real disposition was and feelings about his country. I love how complex the characters were and their beliefs were challenged. I was sad not to see the brother back. He's a Greek that was raised raised by a Turkish family, so that struggle, that conflict would have been really interesting to see unfold. Don't know why he didn't return. And like I said, Hilal and Leon, just peak enemies to lovers. This is my second Turkish drama. I honestly finished it because of our female lead. She was such a fun character to watch on screen, and she was portrayed by really charismatic actress. But I don't think the male lead the male lead was kind of stubborn and very wishy-washy at the same time, which made him really unattractive in my eyes. And their love story, oof, it bothered me that they were cousins, actually first cousins. But I think it's a cultural thing because I was also browsing other Turkish dramas, but this first cousin love shows up a lot in Turkish dramas, so I just pretend that they're not first cousins. Surprisingly, I liked the mother character, which is the mother of the male lead. I liked how human she was. She loved the kids, but she is also very selfish. She's also very biased towards her son. Patriarchal, I know. I don't like the ending. It was so vague. Like, she had to run off one last time, and he has to chase her one last time, and they insinuate that the female lead arrived at the train station while the male lead was waiting, but we don't actually see them reuniting. I didn't go through all that to watch a vague open ending. Next drama I completed was In Your Radiant Season. In my last monthly recap video, I said that this was an unexpected watch. I didn't expect to like it this much. I think it maintained a good pacing and good storytelling, good romance overall till the end. But I think, you know how Korean dramas air 2 1-hour episodes each week? I think having just one last episode to watch instead of the regular 2-week schedule really affected my viewing experience of this drama. I really liked the drama. It was very healing. But I guess it took too much for the secret to finally be revealed. It would be one of my only nitpicks of the show. I think every couple was cute and the wedding scene was the perfect ending for this whole show. I rated it 8 out of 10. My only Japanese drama on the list, Straight to Hell. It was a very easy straight watch. It was only 9 episodes with almost an hour each episode. Erika Toda was great in this role. I haven't really seen her in a while. This just reminded me of why she's one of my favorite actors, and seeing how much she's grown and the new direction she's taking in her career. I liked it, but I wish it was less male-centered like The Art of Sarah, because it's kind of similar in a very women-centered, and you see the transformation of a character from this really innocent girl, and she just goes through hell and just changing into this really ambitious person. Most of the antagonists and most of the people that affected her life were men, according to this drama, and I don't know how to feel about that. All of the men in her life were shitty, and that's fine, but they kind of romanticize Ituka Toma's character in her life, but I feel like he is the same as every other man. I love the production design. Well, they don't have that much photos. That's the thing with Japanese dramas and their pages in my drama list. They don't have any still cuts. But look, she's very unrecognizable in this drama. Just the quality of everything was very good. This drama focused on her early life, where she was running all of these entertainment clubs, but her real claim to mainstream fame is her fortune telling abilities and her TV shows guestings. I wish we saw more of that in the drama too. I think this would have been real good with 12 episodes. Hence my rating, 7 out of 10. Rebirth. I rated it 4 out of 10. I think I just expected too much from this drama, because the only thing that this drama did well is that it looked really good on screen. Even though it is an idol drama, it did not look like an idol drama. It looked like a proper production. The cinematography, the costumes, the external stuff, the visuals, they were so good. I loved how very little skin smoothing we had. And like I said, I love the cinematographies, especially the landscape. But one of the things I hated was the very constant close ups of every character's faces. And it's mostly the actors staring at the camera lens and reciting their lines with soft wind blowing their faces. They're not even acting, they're just reciting lines and looking good. Let me roll my eyes. For a 40 episode drama, it had a lot more going on than Princess Agents. And it was too much. They did not execute every plot well. Like, what do you mean our female lead becomes queen or empress of a lot of countries and state by the end of the drama? And she just leaves. Like, she became the Empress Dowager of Bientang, and somehow she just leaves. Like, she has nothing to do with that country anymore. If you want to see me being really pissed off of this drama, you can go to my Instagram page on the day that the final episode aired. Just why the multiple endings? Are they in their right mind? It just pissed me off too much. It just showed that they don't know what they're doing. I think they gave us like 4 or 5 different endings. Just pick an ending. You're already gonna piss everybody off with this shitty drama and messy writing. Why do this to us? So 4 out of 10. So disappointed. So sad for the actors. Lee Run-wei and at least the second male lead, what's his name? Zhang Keng-le, did really well. I think he did really well. The female lead did okay. Look at all the 1 rating. Man, they're brutal. 4, 1, 1, 2, 6, 5.5. Man, this drama did not even do well with international audiences. Oh, I forgot to write this in my notes, but I did say it in my daily drama logs, which I haven't done in like 2 or 3 days. But anyways, I said that they were very busy going like back and forth, having flashbacks, recreating important scenes from season 1. So it was a very odd watching experience because even the flashbacks, they put the same flashbacks in multiple areas of the episode. So I'm just confused, isn't once enough? And also, why did they changed the last name of the lead? I don't get it. Ka Kong Kwon. I am very sad to say I did not like this drama. I was really looking forward to it because of Pong. I usually like his dramas, especially the older ones, but I think all the characters in this drama were such losers. They were so bad. The only person that I kind of empathized with, was kind of rooting for, was the male lead's loser brother's fiance, who is like our second female lead, but then she also disappointed me by the end. The men in the drama, but the male lead kind of made it up by the end. I just hated the fact that they killed the child, the purpose of why they brought the child onto the show. It just frustrated me, and the cancer came out of nowhere. I just fast forwarded the hell out of this drama just so I can say I completed it, just to confirm how bad this drama was. Moving on to the currently watching list. Perfect Crown. Ooh, Christ. What to say? I don't know. I'm very confused because I feel like I'm the only one that can't seem to appreciate the drama because everybody loves it. If you go to the comment section, everybody loves it. Yeah, see? They're binging it and they're obsessed with it, and everybody's saying it's so good. So I feel like my judgment is very wrong, and I feel so insecure that I don't like it. It's just very bland. It looks great. It's very high quality. They used a lot of money because they know it's a very anticipated project. They know that they're gonna get their money back. But the story... I think the leads have chemistry. I have seen their promos. I feel like they could have executed the drama in a much more romantic way. I haven't watched the recent episodes because I really am scared. I'm just very bored the whole time I'm watching the drama. I've watched till episode 6. God, fuck. The waltz scene. Oh gosh. I think it could have been better. It could have been so much more romantic, and the proposal scene could have been so much more romantic. I just don't don't feel it. It's not there. So frustrated. Why? I feel like the supporting characters need more background, especially the queen. I don't want to be bombarded by background stories in the later episodes. I say I'm bored with it, but this could have benefited from being a 16 episode drama because I feel like they're gonna rush it in the end. I'm sure they just got married in the recent episodes from the trailers and shorts I've seen, and I feel like I'm still not attached to any of the characters. I've seen a short today of Kong Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won's Queen of Tears character having tense interaction. They just edited those two drama scenes together.
비켜라. 날이 밝으면 의대를 갖추고 오늘의 실수를 설명하라.
바쁘실 텐데 그러실 필요 없으세요.
There were a lot of audiences, K-netizens, agreeing that they didn't realize what the potential of the drama could be this good. Like the confrontational scenes could have been this good if, I'm gonna get so much hate, if the female lead was a different actress. Because they feel like IU is just interpreting and portraying her character too lightly. And Kong Soo-hyun, she puts too much weight on her characters. So there's an imbalance in their energy when they're in a scene together, and especially in their confrontational scenes, and you don't feel the tension that was supposed to be conveyed through the screen. Going off on that, IU is, for me, doing too much for this character. She's acting a caricature. She's the bigger than life character, and she's portraying it too comedically. I don't know. Who am I to judge? I am not that articulate. I am not an actor. I'm just a 26-year-old girl who watches too much dramas. I feel so insecure judging this drama because nobody seems to agree with me, and everybody that seemed to don't like this drama gets labeled a hater, but I'm very serious. I can't get into the drama. Uzak Sehir. This is my current favorite Turkish drama. One of the 2 Turkish dramas that I'm watching. I am so glad I stuck through this drama while I was browsing which next Turkish drama I'm going to watch. And I'm so glad I found it. I am very addicted to this drama. I thought I grew out of the messy family drama. Everybody cheats on everybody has a secret, some people come back from the dead, people having very bad communication type drama. But I don't know, maybe it's because of the culture and the different setting that it's in. It felt very refreshing to me. I am so into this couple. It's not funny. I get so stressed watching the drama. I just don't understand why other people can't just leave this couple alone and make them be happy. If they pursue other things and leave them alone, they would be fine. They're not really interfering with other people's lives, really. I found out that they did like a mini series, like a tourism promotional thing. I went through all of them. I was obsessed. This couple that I watched all of their interviews, their individual interviews, they just have so much chemistry together. The characters, they might not be new to like Western or even Asian drama audiences, because I've noticed while skimming through Turkish dramas, it's very conservative. And the recent episode, like where the leads finally spend the night together, it took 40 plus episodes. I was going through the comments, and I guess it caused a lot of controversy that the female lead initiated everything. People were arguing in the comments. Which I found funny because Asian dramas now, the female leads initiate more and they lead the romantic interactions more compared to the male leads. And I've never looked forward to Monday like this in my life. And Turkish dramas are 2 hours long, and when I watch this drama, it doesn't feel like it. And the baby's super cute. I don't know how this will end because doing my little research on Turkish dramas, it seems like their format is kind of the same as Filipino teleseries. They air 20-minute episodes every weekday, and then they go on until the actors don't want to continue, the production don't want to continue. If it's really popular, I think one show, it was so popular that it went on for like 7 years or something. I feel like Turkish dramas, even though they air one episode each week, they're 2 hours. And if they're really popular, I heard they can go on forever. And I feel like this drama has the potential to reach 200 episodes. I don't know if I'll stick till the end. Okay, I will throw another in there, which was, I forgot to put it on my list, but this is another Turkish drama that I am watching. I think I've watched it till episode 11. And it's called You Are the One I Love. And I feel like this is more typical of the female lead and male lead dynamic I've seen on Turkish drama from my exposure to Turkish dramas. I have contemplated on dropping this, and I think I've dropped it once and I just went back to it. I also watched Ugly. I skimmed through it, but I don't think I like it as much as the other two. Next is We Are All Trying Here. I was so excited for this drama. One of my favorite writers in K-drama land, and I feel like she could do no wrong in my eyes. To some, it might be a little bit too moody and a little bit too avant-garde in its dialogues and concept, but it is so my cup of tea. I loved her Another Miss O. This is my constant rewatch. If you guys don't know, it's one of my highest rated dramas, 9.5. And My Mister, of course, very good drama. It took me 5 years to watch that. Because it was so hard and difficult for me to get in that mental space to get ready. My Liberation Notes, again, one of my favorite dramas. In other dramas, I would have had such a hard time getting into the character, the story, but her dramas, I just get sucked into her world, no questions asked. Her characters are so unique, but also so relatable in the situations that she puts them in. They are very human, very flawed. They might not be likable. I cried nonstop in the recent episodes. I mean, the acting, just no words. I love the storytelling style. I like the visualization. I like how the bullet just shoots out of Oh Jung-se's eyes and just hits the target. It's such an absurd concept, but when he's explaining how he came up with that whole story, it's so fascinating how it works within the drama. I love how the writer created a connection between these two that just, they're soulmates, my god. They have more than one thing in common. They just don't work in the same industry together. They don't just run in the same circle together. But outside of that, they have another connection, which is that watch. And only the two of them knows. That's how you build a connection between two people. Their data is so similar. No, their data is the same. Filing for love. I had so much fun watching the episodes. I thought it was gonna be too much and very over the top when one of the first cases that we're introduced to when explaining what the third division of the auditing team does, when one of the employees pulled down his pants just to prove that the cheating allegations is false. I really got turned off, but it really set a good tone for what the drama is going to be and feel like it's going to be over the top. It's going to be very exaggerated. Kung Myung was so charming. I held on to this drama because of him until Shin Hye-sun shows up. She just locks you in. I think she's such a good actress. My god. Oh, she's so good. When Kim Jo showed up on screen, I got so excited. I just did that. I was so happy when he showed up. The casting was so perfect. And like I said, Shin Hye-sun is just an amazing actress after coming out of The Art of Sarah. After she just showed how she is such a leading actress material and how much she can pull off different roles in different genres. I think she's one of those actresses that can do anything. Like Kim Ji-won, I just really love the chaotic energy that the drama has. And each episode we are are getting great cameos with really interesting and nuanced, complicated relationships that can be formed within an office setting. And I just can't wait to find out what our female lead's character's past is and what her trauma is and what her secret is, and for the male lead to fall in love with a female lead and the female lead to fall in love with a male lead. This is such a perfect Nuna romance, and I can't wait to see Kim Jok being sexy on screen. What can I say? I ship the main lead couple. It's my choice to love the second main lead for his sexiness. I tried a contemporary romance audiobook and I found out that I don't like them. I don't like contemporary romances in audiobooks. And I think the narrator was a big part of me not liking the audiobook. I'm sorry. From what the character is in the book, I imagined her being very young and quirky, but I feel like it is narrated by a 40-something-year-old. I am sorry, which makes it difficult for me to really get into the audiobook. And this book is quite popular, so I might have to get a physical book and read it one day. Oh, and Improper Agreements Book 1. Very weird title. It was very fun listening to it at first, but then I ran out of audiobook hours and I just don't have the urge to go back to it, so I'm dropping it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and it's really highly rated, so I don't know why I don't like it. Pride and Prejudice, the audiobook version. There were a lot of versions, so it took me a while to finally get the version that I liked. I was really hesitant to listen to this because this is a classic and I have a fear of not understanding the greatness of classics. But I really liked it. I loved the couple. They're so cute. Their misunderstandings, their interactions. To love again. It's a movie. The amount of comments saying that they came here because of a Facebook reel. They all saw that clip and was so intrigued by the male lead that they came and watched this. I think this was such a cute movie. They had great chemistry and it's just a feel-good movie with a happy ending for everyone. Ooh, Pride and Prejudice, the movie. I had to watch this right after I finished the audiobook. I really loved it. It's one of my favorite movies. After listening to the audiobook, it made my watching experience more enjoyable. I can fill in the gap of what this 2.5 hour movie couldn't show. Nice cinematography, the romance, the yearning. My God. Ugh. Yeah, and I just feel like this is one of the most romantic movies. Project Hail Mary. I watched this in the theaters and I fell asleep at the first half of the movie, but I was awake for the second half. I was so entertained. It was very funny, at least for the later half. I really love the friendship between the male lead and the alien. I think the characters are so well thought out, and our male lead is not the typical male lead that we see in sci-fis. I think the department head, I think she's a German actress. Sandra Hüller. I think her character is so interesting and so well written. And I like how they visualized space. Like I said, I love the humor. I think there was a scene where Ryan Gosling was trying to run away from this alien spaceship once he realized it was an alien spaceship. But he wasn't sure. He had this eerie feeling. So he just moved his spaceship one and you can see the alien spaceship following him. I think that was really funny. I like the ending too. I really love the ending. I thought Rocky was gonna die. I cried so much. Moving on to variety shows, I've watched 6 Singles Under One Roof. 6 single celebrities who have been living alone for a long time live under one roof. I think I've watched till episode 3. They are such interesting and distinct characters, and it is so funny how they interact with each other with their really distinct and unique personalities, and how they're really struggling to adjust to each other's company, but also they really enjoy hanging out with each other. And of course, Please Take Care of My Refrigerator Season 2. I'm still watching it every week. I'm also watching Hang Out With You, but only in the YouTube clips, whatever they upload. I don't watch the whole episode, just the funny bits. And that's it. April has been a good drama month, but also the drama that I thought I would have liked kind of disappointed me. It's just past 12. I need to go to bed. Bye.